to my right is
Mohammed.
Mohammed. All right, guys. So, they are both from Nigeria, and they're both from the northern part of Nigeria. So, before we get into this video with the questions today, I would like to ask them to speak in their language, okay, in their native language, to people out there, to Nigerians out there. What are the things you can say in your language to them watching this? What they should expect in this interview today?
Jama'an mu barkanmu da sake haduwa. Muna nan mun zo mu gaya muku abubuwan da za ku samu a cikin China, yanayin rayuwa, jin daɗi, faɗi tashi na zaman rayuwa.
Okay, and
Yeah, set it off.
all right. So you speak Yoruba,
Hausa.
Hausa. Okay, so they are both from same tribe. So Big Mo has said all we need to know. Okay, so with the first question I'm gonna ask, how long have you guys been here in China?
Well, I've been here for 3 years now.
For 3 years.
And this is my fourth year
Okay, your fourth year.
of spending more time in China, probably 3 more years ahead.
Wow. Okay, that's quite interesting to know. Okay, so how was the longest time you've been away from home?
Yeah, man. Actually, right since I came, I haven't gone back home, but sometimes I do feel like I want to pack just now and leave. I know sometimes I'm like, man, even when I go back to Nigeria, the struggles, man. You remember why you left Nigeria, and then the vibes will like, no, you can't just go back because you haven't made anything yet, and you haven't achieved your goal. So the spirit will be like, nah, you still have something to do here. I'm like, no, man, you miss your family, but there's nothing you can do about it. And with the corona, the restriction, movement restriction, you can't, when you go back home, you can't come back. So it's kind of like one-way stop. When you're out. And then accomplishing your goal, going back, man, it's really hard. It has to be a hard choice.
Okay, it's very hard going back home. And Big Mo, how long have you left or been away from home? You've been in China for 3 years, right? And is that the longest you've been away from home?
Nah, this is the first time.
Speaking of how long you've been away from home, yeah, you talked about since you've been in China and you've not been back home, and going back home right now, it's definitely a problem. So what are the things you actually can adapt to here that will not really make you feel like going home? Did you get used to some things, or you're still adjusting?
Oh, well, right now I'm kind of like trying to be a business-oriented person, so staying in China is a must to me right now because I have no other choice other than to stay in China. So I have to adapt to their cultural behavior, their way of life, and also I have to look inside to more of opportunities where they have been hidden, and more of, being a student. Actually, it's not easy. There are bills to pay, there are a lot of things to go through, and then you have to find means to solve your problems.
Okay, so do you have something to say?
Oh yes, I do. Well,
Okay, we're all here in China, right? And we're coming from a country like Nigeria. So what are the things you find out you experience in China and you did not experience in Nigeria, like the cultural differences?
well, there are a lot of things that are.
Actually, the first thing is the language barrier. The language barrier plays a major role because it restricts some things. You being a foreigner, and then you have to like translate, and then when you talk in someone's language, the spirit, the vibes, when you feel that kind of vibe, the connection in there, like it's more of when you know how to speak the language rather than trying to use a translator. So that one is one of the things that freaks me out. Like I don't really like it, man. The language barrier plays a hard role there. Yeah.
Okay, so did you have like a cultural barrier? He talked about language, and did you get to experience something that was, man, it was hard for you?
It's as he said, it's the language. When you're not speaking the same language with the Chinese and whatnot, it makes it very difficult to communicate. Something that is very easy to something that is meant to be easy, you find it very difficult because you don't speak the same language. And likewise, them too. It really, you find those that speak English. That's when you're lucky. Okay, yeah.
And you helped out. They're supposed to come your way in few seconds, man. It take a decade before it comes to you. So, yeah, language barrier is really tough thing. Like even learning as well, on the learning aspect, the teachers couldn't like explain more because of the language barrier. There are some things like when it's their own language, when they are teaching the Chinese, they'll explain much more better than explaining to a foreigner. So, language barrier is one of the aspects that gives us headache.
Okay, so coming to China, right, and in Nigeria, I say we because I'm also from Nigeria. We always have this mindset about China. Oh, Asia is so far from Africa. How are we gonna do? How are we gonna survive and all? So, what was your relatives' ideas and decision when you guys decided to come to Nigeria? To China. How did they take it? Did they take it lightly, or they were being skeptical about you coming to China?
For me, it took me 2 years to convince my parents to come to China. So it wasn't an easy decision for my parents to come here. But then right now, they're fine with it because we've blended into so much into their culture and whatnot. You see, especially me, when it comes to the Chinese foods and whatnot, I tend to see some familiar foods that Nigeria has with the Chinese. Let's say, for example, the tofu. We have it in Hausa. We call it awara. So there are some Chinese foods that, in Nigeria, what people actually think about food is that Chinese eat everything. And well, it's yes, that's true. They eat everything because even the Chinese are not, they don't get annoyed when you say they eat everything. Yeah, that's another thing, the food.
Yeah, my parents were on first day, like they were afraid if I would get lost in the world of Asians, But then I'm a more of adventure guy, and like I like making decisions about my life, and then I'll just ask them for advice, and then they'll guide me through. But coming to China actually is, at every point of your life, there are stages like you have to reach and come true. So you have to like build up that spirit right from ground, right from zero. Like, okay, at some point I won't be with my family, at some point I will be somewhere else, so how am I gonna cope outside? And then coming to China has given me that aspect and has given me that mind of living independently. And right now I can tell you I would like to visit my parents and relatives, but that's, let's say, number 3 out of 4.
Oh, okay. It's not like something you would be eager to do now.
Not really. I haven't accomplished my goal yet. So
wow, guys, actually, it's nice to leave your country because you may find it that you can do things because your parents are around there. But when you live on your own, you know how independent you can actually be. That's very brilliant to know. So it took you 2 years.
So when you were coming to China, you had your own goal list when you were coming. It's not only studies that was on your list.
Mine was just, to be great and, help anyone that comes my way, and kind of like, it's actually the first time coming out of Africa's continent. So I've kind of like taken this as an advantage, trying to improve myself and improve my family. So going back now is not really one of the goals.
All right. So being in China for over some years now, what's your China's bucket list? That means where in China do you think you're more comfortable with, and how many places in China have you traveled to?
Guys, I've gone to a lot of places. I can't count. I've been to different provinces, cities, and whatnot. That's one thing. If regarding China, if you come to China, you can't just be indoors. You have to go outside different cities to find those scarce resources that people say. First of all, location actually matters wherever you are in China, because if you are coming to China, what we think is about the business aspect and whatnot, there are prime locations that you choose. There are prime locations that you tend to choose if you want to focus on business, or maybe with the degree and whatnot.
I know somehow the environment you find yourself kind of like plays a major role when it comes to that aspect, because when you leave, let's say when you're about to leave a place, you come with like well prepared, yeah. So after a while, you find yourself like lagging behind, like your goals, man, you're kind of like lagging behind, and things are not working the way you want, and then you like losing focus. But having friends or having people of the same like minds, they boost you, they remind you of what you are here to do, and why the main purpose you are here. So that gives you more morale to push higher. So the environment you find yourself actually plays a major role as well. So all I can say to anyone that wants to leave, either you're coming to China or wherever you find yourself, just try to find the right company, and just pick yourself up wherever you find yourself. That's just it.
It depends. It actually depends on what you want to do, actually. Because some people come actually to China for business, some is for studies, some is for Chinese language and whatnot. It depends on what you want to do. So advisably, if I would advise on where you want to study, if it's you are more of the book, you understand, bookworm and whatnot, you want to earn your degree, I would advise you to be in the northern part of China. Meanwhile, in the southern part of China, it's more of business. So if you're the business and whatnot.
Like the first time I came to China, like I think it was after the first semester, I actually went to the south, because my background, where I lived in Africa, Lagos, it's more of a business background. So I had that spirit of, like business. But then the main purpose I came to China was more of a technology aspect, because I was already into technology field back in Africa. So right now, I can tell you, like, my views are already changing, and I'm kind of like going into another direction right now, trying to, become an industrialist, and that's because of China, actually.
Okay, China has brought the business part of you, and can you brief us on what currently you're doing concerning your business aspect?
Oh, well, you can't just jump into anything in this life without having so much knowledge in it. So whatever you do, you have to make sure you accumulate enough data before you start, and then your resources, like capital. When you are looking to start something big, actually you just have to start before you are ready, right? But then there are some things you have to like prepare so much before you start. You can't just enter blindly. You have to accumulate enough data, and to run up numbers and see, though along the way you might get help, and it might take a time, but then you just have to just start somehow start. But it depends though. So just prepare yourself, and then prepare your mind. Not everything works the way you want, but then just be there.
Okay, being a student here in China, is there something else you do? Big Mo.
Guys, I'm a businessman. Yeah, I do business. I'm a personal shopper, actually. Not focusing on one particular business. How would I put it? I'm a serial businessman. Whatever you bring to me, I don't have a particular niche. Anything you bring, I'm just in. I'm just the right person when it comes to business. Let me sell off myself.
That's true, because actually I myself, I run up to big man, be like, yo guy, please can you give me more knowledge on this? And you'll be like, even when he doesn't know, you'll be like, okay, let's check this thing together. Or you encourage me like, yo, go do research, go do assignments, check, have more insight. And then sometimes I'll be like, man, I'll be like, no, this thing is going to take forever, let me dump it and start something afraid. But this guy will be like, no, you have to finish it.
Okay,
you can't start what you can't finish, guys.
Yeah. That's why I'm always telling you guys, like, finding the right company, even when you're down, someone should be there pushing you, like, yeah, you are here for a purpose, so don't give that up so easy.
well, guys, I have a confession to make. Big Mo here, as he has just said, he's that person. He's that person that can push you. Only if you can get him, okay? Once you get him, he is that person. Okay, I've known him for roughly going to 1 year, 2 years, right? 1 year, something like that, yeah. So, and I've learned a lot from Bitcoin to cryptocurrency to NFT right now, and and guys, there's gonna be an extra on this video because we are all Nigerians, and I must say that these people are trusted when it comes to personal shopping. Okay, so if you want the detail, I'm obviously gonna link it down in the description box. You can always contact them. They can do your personal shopping. I do that also. Okay, I'm gonna link our informations in the description box. Please feel free to contact any of us anytime you want, because I can guarantee you your safety, your money, and everything. Okay, so to the next question: who in Nigeria do you miss most?
My parents, definitely.
My parent, my mother in specific. Yeah.
Okay, that was a short question and good. Okay, so another question would be: in China, what are the things, just 2 words or anyhow you want to put it, what are the things you like and hate about China? Like and hate about China.
Like and hate about China. Guys, first of all, I will start from the negative first. It's their accommodation. Yeah, because coming from Nigeria, seeing how Nigeria is and whatnot, I have high expectation on how the Chinese, maybe let's say the apartments or wherever you're living. I just fuck up.
It's okay.
The apartments, how it's going to be, because me, I'm a person that I like top-notch things, but it seems like the Chinese real estate here and how they do their buildings and whatnot, it's based on affordability, not based on luxury.
That's actually one thing I like about China. It gives every level, like every class, right and easy life. Like the upper class, lower class, and the middle class. So everyone has. Yeah.
It's not that I'm saying that it's obviously what you see from China, you see sparkling things and whatnot. I'm just saying that they're like. They tend to do their real estate and their living spaces based on affordability. Someone coming from Nigeria, coming abroad, you expect everywhere to be glossy, sparkling, fancy, and whatnot. What I'm saying is that it's not the Chinese apartments or accommodation in general. It's not all of it that is top notch. Yeah, let's be honest. It's not all of it that is top notch. I've seen
the bad ones. That's what he means. Okay, so you've just talked about the negative, and I'm coming back to the positive side. So do you have the likes and dislikes in China?
Do I what? Can you come again?
The likes and dislikes about China.
Okay, well, firstly, I will start with the dislike, which is the school. I don't know about other places, but my school, the way they treat us as if we're kids. They don't give us right to explore places, to venture into things, and to be more engaging in things, like things in this country. But they just keep us like, okay, you guys are just here to study, finish what you are here for, and then you leave. So it's our own interest, our own curiosity that makes us to want to know more, want to explore, want to have more knowledge. Because if you are just there, like abiding by the rules of the school and whatnot, man, you just go back to Africa, and then you be like, no. When they ask you something, you're like, no, I don't know this, I don't know that. They'll be like, yo, did you really go to China? So you have to push yourself, and this school is not really helping that, man.
But that aspect is due to, I feel like that aspect is due to the coronavirus. They tend to
even before the coronavirus, like the movement, I think
was restricted.
Somehow it was being controlled.
Okay, so restrictions of movements. All right, so what are the positive side? We want to hear that too.
Guys, there are a lot. Hey, fuck off.
All right, what are the positive side?
Well, actually, it's easy to make money I'm a business-oriented guy, so I will focus on that part for you guys. It's easy to make money, and it's easy. Yeah. It's yeah. If you really know what you are doing and you are getting enough information, because that really plays a vital role. If you are getting information, man, you before you know you are booming. You are getting enough cash to sustain your life.
So, do you also agree with him, or you have your other points?
Well, there is a lot, you know. First of all, the convenience of transportation, I mean, electricity, fast internet, and lots. Accessibility. You get to access all those things very easy. I mean, not to go far. Even the, what do you call it? Rechargeable power bank. Let's use what
being stationed on different places. Yeah. So you can the power bank, so you can get access to everything you need, and it's affordable. So on that aspect as well, China really is a good place for students to come. But also like compared to European countries, like students would be like, okay, after my studying, I would like to become a citizen. So I shouldn't even let you guys like feel bad though, but China isn't a place to look towards being a citizen, because it's even written like China is among the countries that doesn't offer immigration stuff. Yeah, so getting stay in China, man, it's really hard.
They have high standards and lots of what do you call them?
Regulations?
No, like you have to meet particular standards and whatnot before you don't get citizenship, you get green card. To get that green card, I don't think there are people up to 2,000 that have that green card. They are very limited, the people that have the Chinese green card.
Yeah, you see, in that aspect, being a student in China, man, it gives you a high advantage to get things done easier and faster. That's if you know what you are doing now, you know your time is not by your side, so you just strike the iron while it's still hot. Yeah. So why being a student in China, man, don't lose guard and don't lose focus. Just take every opportunity you see at one go. Yeah, just take it one time, pam, because it might not repeat itself. And your time, man, your time in China, you don't really know time is your enemy until when it gets to your final stay in China. That's when you be like, yo.
I know.
He's graduating very soon.
Oh my God. Okay, guys, we've actually heard from them that China is not a place you should just come and think you can stay here all your life. Even if you stay here all your life, maybe with studies visa, but you cannot get a citizenship. Okay, and Big Mouth just talked about green card. People may be wondering what's the Chinese green card and how can they get it?
First, well, in the aspect I know regarding the green card, I know that when you for you to have a it's not even having the green card, you know. Having the green card has its own particular requirements and whatnot. That's one. If it depends, is it that you want the green card or you want to stay without the green card and whatnot, like extending your visa and whatnot? Well, if it's that, you can invest, like you can have a business visa, but the minimum amount you're going to invest, capital of your business here, it's $500,000. Yeah, we're talking about 270 to 300 million naira.
In a Mock's voice, man. $500,000 being a student. I know.
I know. Okay, so that's more like a way to have the green card.
Yeah,
not even when you have the money, you have the green card.
No, not the green card. Just to extend your, having an investment, a physical investment, and you have to invest in, well, that's when you are doing, there are two things. There are the investors, and then there are those that are just looking for greener pastures, like having your own business, maybe shipping company and whatnot here in China. For that one, I don't know the minimum amount you're going to invest. It depends on the province. From what I read, they said it depends on the province. You have to invest in the poverty alleviation plan of the province. Maybe they want you to invest in agriculture, or they want you to invest in this particular real estate and whatnot. It depends on where the poverty alleviation plan.
One thing I don't really like about this country is their strict regulation, man. Like, even being an investor, you are not really allowed to do some things. I mean, it baffles me. Like, you have the money, man, so at least you should, like, there should be ease to some things, But man, the government will be like, yo, if you are not supporting us, or if you are not following our rules, and like, man, we'll kick your ass. Man, that's really hard.
That's hard.
You have to play whatever they want.
Okay, so being a Nigerian, right? I feel like you guys shouldn't expect to come to China to be a citizen of China. In a short form.
I would advise anyone coming to China, being a student is really one of the best and the luckiest thing to happen to you, like coming to China as a student, because it's easier for you to stay in China being a student. And then if you are wise enough, you should start looking into business, start exportation, and as well, try to get friends that when you're out of China, things will still work out for you. So being a student is actually one of the way to stay in China.
Okay, so.
But you can be distracted.
Yeah, and it's easy.
Because you can be distracted. It will be very hard for you to prioritize it. It depends on you. If you are easily distracted, the business can distract you.
That's where it comes with being with best good company, like minds. Yeah. So because all the time when you are going sideways, when you are going sideways, they'll be like, yo, bro, or they won't even tell you. Sometimes you'll be like, yo, what are these guys doing? They'll be like, oh yeah, I'm here for something else, or I'm here for this thing, man. I should come back to my normal senses. So being with the right company also helps in a country like this, because there are a lot of things going on, and you can easily get distracted. So you have to, get the right people. That's one of the major things, being a student outside your country, not even China alone, anywhere in the world.
Well, I will agree with you guys when it comes to the distractions. Me being a girl, I have distractions from my peers, or maybe from around me, like the clubbings and all of that.
Okay,
but no, I'm not. No. Wait. I'm not a guest. Okay, so I'm gonna be asking the question: distractions.
Yeah.
What do you mean when it comes to distractions? To people out there, maybe already in China, or aspiring to come to China, or even abroad as a whole, what are the distractions they should stay away from?
Well, for me, the distraction I see is maybe I wouldn't call it a distraction. It's more like I would say balancing. I mean, from the business aspect, because sometimes you have classes, and then you have to and then maybe you have order to clear, or for customers and whatnot. So it's balancing your own time. It's timing. I mean.
So that's the business aspect.
From the business aspect. Apart from the business aspect, I don't know. I don't get distracted by anything actually.
You can get distracted again. Other countries, like, there are some rules that allow students to work, but China is one of the countries that doesn't allow students to work, so somehow, you being a student, you've got bills to settle, and then when you get an opportunity to work somewhere, hide and work, then you like, yo, how much it will take me a while before I start earning from my degree. Then you'll be like, no, let me just leave it behind and go work. Somehow that's a distraction. It's not keeping you focused. And then, well, thank God now they are still, I don't know if it's really true, but then I came across this news that they've worked on it, or they are still working. So students are still, so that way it will reduce the distraction.
So
you can make cool money from teaching just English. I mean, not even your major. I mean, English now.
It's just like
the
making money on the ground.
Nigeria has not been listed amongst English-speaking countries, guys. If you are coming from Nigeria,
I know.
change your identity.
If there's a possible way to even get maybe a fake passport, okay, that's not coming from me, but
you shouldn't encourage that.
okay, I'm not encouraging that, guys. Let's just cut that side. Okay. So you guys have just talked about the schooling and the business aspect. What about the social life? What are the distractions you think people should be mindful of?
Life of the party.
Hey.
Well, as for me, I'm always indoors, so I'm not distracted in that aspect. So I don't really have much to say about that. Just be yourself, man. Just just do the right thing at the right time. That's it.
Don't forget what brought. Oh my days! Don't forget what brought you.
Yeah. You have to you should have a list that keeps reminding you that I'm here for this, I'm here for that. If not, man, you'll forget yourself.
What if you miss the list?
You keep updated. Well, guys, it's true because things are cheap here in China, especially free drinks. They are cheap and most are free, and convenience and travel and all of that.
I would advise you to go for free things in China because mostly, man, it's things that are meant that out of league. Yeah, they are not exactly.
Free things are not good. Don't go for free things.
It's not worth it, man. Even if it's one coin you're going to pay, man, just pay and get it. Yeah,
exactly. That's what we foreigners miss a lot in China. They give you free things, but really, when you look into that, it's not really free, or it could be free but harmful to you. So
it's almost expired, or maybe it has expired.
It's not all the time. Sometimes they can just be generous. You can't just people can be generous. I mean, if we have this culture of what do you call it? Or even this red packet they give and whatnot.
I love that, man. I love that red packet. These people, when it comes to showing off, man, these people are number one. When it comes to something like one thing I like with these people, they try to make friends with the foreigners. And that gives you an advantage to try to get to know them, try to get opportunities from them if you are wise enough. So it all depends on you. The ball is in your court.
But talking about that, it's not that it's all of them that are just like that and whatnot. For me personally, all the Chinese I've met are very nice. I mean, they are the best amongst amongst the Chinese that are here. I mean, very generous, and they tend to be.
Just be good. When you're good will always come to you. Whatever you do haunts you. Yeah, so just be good. So wherever good comes from, it's just know it's what you give that you're getting back.
Bad apples. They have the bad apples also, yeah. But you don't meet those ones everywhere, right?
Sure. Okay. Well, this should be the last question. It's not like a question, okay? It's more like an advice, okay? Because that's definitely what this video should be more about. What are the advice you should give to all Nigerians out there when it comes to being a student or a businessman or a woman from Nigeria?
Learn the language.
One.
It's very important, the language. It eases everything, even in the aspect of business, whatever you're doing, education and whatnot. You tend to, with your teachers, you tend to blend more, you tend to understand more, you get to ask more questions and whatnot, because sometimes, in as much as the universities are English speaking universities, sometimes explaining in their own language could be better, because they tend to see it and they tend to give examples physically and whatnot there.
Also, not just learning the language, always be a person of value. What value would you give? Be giving value wherever you are, even if you don't know how to speak language or you don't understand, just be giving value. People will always approach you, so be person of value. That really plays a big role.
Yeah, what do you have to offer? What do you have to offer?
What do you have to offer? That's a very big question. Guys, I feel like if you've not been in China, these informations are enough. Apart from the fact that you have to buy your plane ticket and arrive to China, these informations are enough for you to live and
location is important. It's top notch. You can't just go to a province or a city that is somewhere, I don't know, it's somewhere in else. I mean, if you're focusing on the education, if you're more of the education, you want a very good degree. First of all, good university. Yeah, you need to check the ranking of the university and also the number of foreign students they have. Don't go and be everything.
I don't really go after the ranking anymore, because the university I left back home, it's one of the best universities in Nigeria. So when I came to China, my idea, with time, my mind, everything just changed about me. So right now I'm trying to be an industrialist. Yeah, China is a place that gives you a space, a landscape to become such person, like an industrialist, entrepreneur, businessman. Right now the world is all about business. Whatever you do, you okay, I need someone to buy this, either it's service or it's product. Whatever you do, you need someone to pay you for that. So just just have that mindset that China gives you a space to become a business entrepreneur, industrialist, or whatever you want to become. Just you can become everything in this life. Just don't be stupid.
Okay, Big Mo talked about position, like your location in China, and Ibrahim talked about your expectations about school. It doesn't really matter. It's just where you can be and learn things. Okay, so you talked about when it comes to schooling, they should go to the northern and then business to the southern.
Yeah, if you're coming for business, you should go to the southern part. I mean, there are cities like Guangzhou, but the problem is that if you are going there for business with a student visa, it might not be easy for you because the schools there in the southern part tend to be more strict because they know that there are a lot of things that are going to distract you as a foreigner. So if you're coming here for business with a business visa and whatnot, well, you have to go to the southern part. I mean, Shenzhen. Shenzhen is the Silicon Valley, and yeah. And then you go to Guangzhou, Foshan for furnitures and whatnot. And another thing with China is that their cities tend to they're like cities that focus on a particular thing. Let's say for Foshan now, it's just known for furniture. If you go there, you eat furniture only. If you go to Shenzhen, Silicon Valley, anything that has to do with electronics and whatnot, you go there. So each city focuses. You go to Chaozhou, it focuses on ceramics and whatnot. So their cities
focuses on machineries.
Yes.
Yeah.
In Jinan actually focuses on machineries and whatnot. You tend to see all vehicles have their own manufacturing plants and whatnot in this city.
Just know why you're here, that's all. Just know why you're here. Yeah. Don't be like everyone and don't wait for people to say, no, I want you to become someone, or just know why you're here and know who you are. That's all.
Well, in a nutshell, China is a land of opportunity if you know why you're here and you focus on that.
You can be easily distracted.
So don't get distracted. All right, guys. So that's the end of today's TMI series with my wonderful brothers here from Nigeria. Don't forget to subscribe because more of this where it came from is coming your way. And click on the like button, the notification button to get notified whenever I post another series.
Click on it.
Peace. Down.
See you guys in Nigeria soon. I'm the next Dangote, yeah?
All right, guys. Bye. You guys should say bye.
That's peace.
You guys should say bye.
Zaijian.
My days, I swear, it's more like advice. Are we advising?
Yeah, because it has to be what you are giving value.
Information.
46 minutes.
No.
Calm down.
I swear, you know what? I swear, you don't interview me. Wallahi, I'm going to Wallahi, do it with Ibrahim. I swear.
I can't be the only one, man.
Wallahi.
Wait.
Interview
I feel like okay, you know what, guys? You know what?
No, don't be just talk.
This thing might take time, but I
Well,
feel
now
like
we're wasting time. And the more it's getting darker, the sunlight.
The light, yeah.
You see, me, I'm not the good one to interview. You see why I said
Just talk.
You see?
Just talk.
Okay, this question
If
is
we do
easy.
this one, the 10th one, you realize.
This question is easy, okay? Like he just said, he's engaging himself with business. You can say, well, there's nothing much to do here, but being a student, you will get yourself entangled with studies and all that, so you don't really feel homesick. Just be free. When we were talking, you don't do that, so why?
Because this one, I know it will go to you.
Just take it away from your mind.
This one, I know it
from
will go
your
to you.
mind.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. So you start.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So do you have something to contribute to? Go on. Go on.
What should I say now?
Missing your
The question.
friends.
My question is clear.
Sorry. I would do
My
it.
question.
I wanted to just.
Okay. You ready?
We are going to do this more than 20
Actually,
times.
this is not easy. If he
Just
is not a
focus.
YouTuber, or maybe he has.
You see, that's the thing. This is my first
may
time getting
not
being videotaped. So how?
Your first time
how?
behind camera,
Guys,
right?
how?
Just calm down, bro. Just relax.
How?
No, just be free. Just let's talk. Don't face the camera.
Exactly.
Exactly, that's what I'm
Don't-
trying
don't
to
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
Let's
yeah,
talk
Look
yeah.
at the camera. You
Okay.
can look up. Yeah, actually face me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's talk.
It should face me and not the camera.
Okay.
How come?
How? Let's go.
But you have to somehow face the audience.
Yeah,
Exactly.
maybe look
Because-
me, look,
yeah.
look me, look like that.
When she asks you, face the camera and talk to the people.
That's his problem. He's frightened.
Calm down, fresh boy. Calm down.
Fresh boy key there.
So how would you do your defense?
What?
Anything
I'm familiar
China.
with my
Your people.
lecturers here.
This is YouTube. No one knows you.
No one knows, man. People out there know
People will
me.
know you.
This guy, he should be the next Sabinos.
People out there, this is how they will know more.
Oh
You
yeah.
can even get a girlfriend.
I can get the dude. Did I tell you I'm looking? I'm not single, guys. I'm not single.
Just take it, yeah?
I'm
Oh.
taking.
When?
Yeah?
You didn't tell me that.
I'm taking.
You didn't tell me that.
Yes, I'm taking.
It's another subject. Good.
I'm not taking, guys. I'm so single. Single and searching. You understand? I have my specifications.
I'm
I
single
have-
and I'm still searching.
Yes, I have my specifications. I have what it takes. I have a list, you understand, to be my princess. That's it takes a lot to be my princess, you know, because I'm a full package, full option guy. Do you know what? I don't have any lapses. That's what.
I feel like you talk more when the question is not true to you.
Yes, you see, exactly.
When it's
So we should just be free,
Exactly.
right?
Yes, I
Any
told you.
question is okay.
Just
Yeah,
ask
yeah,
any
just
question.
ask.
Alright then, so
Oh.
let's start with that one.
no, but don't
No,
lose-
but it's
don't-
not our
no,
topic. It's
yeah,
not our
yeah,
topic
yeah.
of discussion. They'll be like, are you came to China to search for a girlfriend or
I
what?
know.
Yeah.
You see?
We're kind of like trying to give info to
Yes.
those ones back home.
Exactly.
In Nigeria, so
Yeah.
should start with something and then you build out.